Hello, welcome to the video, and today we're gonna be discussing about my reaction to the USMNT 28-man roster. So, let's begin. But look, before we continue, I have to tell you guys two things. I might make videos on Josh Sargent and Justin Shea, mostly on Justin Shea since he already made his transfer, and Cole Bassett as well. I'm gonna make one video on those two, and more transfer news for the for many USMNT players. Okay, so yeah, let's begin. So let's start off with the goalkeepers. Greg brought 4 goalkeepers. Okay, let's accept this for a bit. He brought 4 goalkeepers. Four. Um, look, I'm not a big fan of him bringing 4 goalkeepers. Like, just bring three. Just bring three. Like, just bring the 3 that you like the best, because bringing 4 goalkeepers, that's a bit too much. Even though it's just a 28-man roster. Oh, so Zach Steffen, 9 out of 10. Like, he's our I'll highlight him. He's probably gonna be our He should be our starting goalkeeper, and he's probably gonna be our starting goalkeeper. Matt Turner is as well gonna be the second option. He might have to leave early because he might be going on transfer to Arsenal, so I believe that's the reason why Greg brought 4 goalkeepers. Um, However, Gabriel Soninas as well, good call up. Matt Turner and Gabriel Soninas, solid call ups. Like, especially Matt Turner, he will be giving Zach Steffen some competition. Gabriel Sonina, third goalkeeper, and that's gonna be pretty good. Sean Johnson, he's gonna be our fourth. I think he might be our 4th goalkeeper. He should be our 4th goalkeeper. I'm not very high on Sean Johnson. We should be favoring younger guys, but still, Sean Johnson, he brings some experience. Although I believe Matt Turner and Zach Steffen already do bring that experience, but still, although I'm not very high on bringing 4 goalkeepers. It might be good because look, Matt Turner is going. He might have to leave early to go to London to go to Arsenal. So yeah. Oh yeah, and expect the videos on Matt Turner as well. So yeah. Fullbacks. Anthony Robinson. He should be our starting left back no matter what. Considering that Greg decided to bring this is where the shocking things begin. Serginho Dest, this is good, okay? Serginho Dest, we all remember Weston McKennie and the tough start to the season he had with Juventus. He was later, he later came to the October camp for the USMNT, I believe. He goes to that camp, performs pretty well, and then he goes back into form, a little bit into form with Juve. Then goes to the November camp, balls out against Mexico, and now he's already balling out again. He's balling out with Juve. He's right now balling out with Juve. He's arguably the best player we have. So this might be like a redemption pathway for Serginho Dest. Like, playing against El Salvador, Canada, and Honduras, this might give him some confidence once he returns back to Barcelona, and that might be given more confidence once he returns in front of Xavi, starts performing again, and boom, he's already back into form. Reggie Cannon, second option right back. He has been playing more as a center back for Boavista, but we play a 4-3-3, and I don't think for back four, I don't think Reggie Cannon does not have the aerial dominance to play as a center back in the back four, and a back three maybe, but in a back four or a back two, with 2 center backs, no, I don't think he is not very aerially dominant. DeAndre Yedlin, why is he in this camp? I do not know why. DeAndre Yedlin has had a poor season with Galatasaray. I'm going to tell you that. If you're following Galatasaray or the Turkish league, you guys must know that DeAndre Yedlin has had a poor season with Galatasaray. I do not know if Joe Scally. There's no excuse on not bringing Joe Scally, because Greg decides to bring Brooks Lennon. What the fuck, bro? Brooks Lennon, some average MLS player. This video has been sounding pretty boring, but now you guys are gonna go into the good stuff. Brooks Lennon. Oh my fucking gosh. Why the fuck why in the world? Look at 4 right backs and neither of them can play as a left back. Look, I know Sergio Dest can play as a left back as well, but look at he is not very good as a left back. Greg should already know that. And he decides to bring him. He decides to not bring Joe Scally. Oh my goodness! You could have brought Sam Vines. Like, I'm okay with bringing Sam Vines. Just don't bring Brooks Lynn on. Sam Vines can play as a left back. He can be your backup left back. Bring Sam Vines. I'm okay with bringing Sam Vines. I prefer Joe Scally, but I look. It's somewhat preferable to bring Sam Vines as well because he's all right. He's doing all right in the Belgian league. But Brooks Lennon, oh my gosh, oh, no. Center backs, 4 center backs, and three of them haven't even played since December. Um, look at who should start: Chris Richards and Miles Robinson. Those are the two for me. 9 out of 10 call look at. We need to get Miles Robinson back in form with the U.S. He's arguably our most important center back right now. He hasn't played yet. He hasn't played since December. And I know that the training camp is important and everything, but still, starting him in that game against El Salvador should be important so we can get him back into match fitness. And so we cannot risk having to start him against Canada and having to appear to mark Jonathan David. Walker Zimmerman again, decent call up. Like, look at when we see him with the national team, he looks pretty alright. He looks smart with the ball, and he's arguably very dedicated when he plays with the national team because he knows this might be his only chance of playing a World Cup. So he wants to impress Greg Berhalter. Mark McKenzie, 5 out of 10. He hasn't played since before Christmas, and now he returns. Oh my goodness! Why don't you bring Cameron Carter-Vickers? Bring Cameron Carter-Vickers. Cameron Carter-Vickers has been playing. You could have brought James Sands as well. Look at maybe not James Sands, but Cameron Carter-Vickers. You could have brought him, but you decided to bring Mark McKenzie instead. Oh my gosh! Look at, I believe this was the right window to risk on somebody like Cameron Carter-Vickers, but obviously Greg decides to do the stupidity, and now he is not even going to be playing in the January camp. Oh my gosh, Greg Berhalter, what are you doing? Midfielders. This is where it gets good, guys. This is where it gets at least somewhat good. Like the midfielders, Tyler Adams, he should obviously be a starter. Weston McKennie obviously should be a starter as well. Look, undoubtedly they should be starting. Yunus Musa as well should be starting. Look at the MMA midfield. We're gonna be needing it, okay? And as well, we're gonna be needing depth as well. And as you know, Greg does not favor depth that much. It's because he brought Luca De La Torre, which is awesome because we need to see Luca De La Torre back in action with the USMNT. He has had an amazing season with Heracles, and he was just in the team of the week for the Eredivisie as well. Kanakasa I'm not very high on Acosta, but still out of Greg's favorites, he's the one that I can at least tolerate somewhat. It's probably not starting him, but probably just putting him on for a 30 minute to 20-minute cameo, maybe. Christian Aldon? No. Sebastian Lletget? No. I don't know why does Greg decide to do this stupidity. Why does he do this stupid shit? You could have brought the Jordan Mihailovic. You could have brought him. You honestly could have brought the Jordan Mihailovic. Venezia had just had a COVID outbreak, so that's maybe why Gianluca Busio is not in this roster. And as well, the same for Tanner Tessman as well, although I probably wouldn't call up Tanner Tessman just yet for this one, though. Maybe for the last, but still, oh my gosh. You decided to not bring the Jordan Mihailovic or Gianluca Busio. Look, COVID might be an excuse for Gianluca Busio, but the Jordan Mihailovic, you should have brought him. I'm sorry, you should have brought the Jordan Mihailovic 100%. And you didn't, Greg Berhalter, you did not, because you want to make things hard on yourself and on your team. Yes. Now for the wingers. Wingers. Christian Pulisic and Timma should be the starters. Look, I think Brendan Aronson does give right now Christian Pulisic a good run for his money, but obviously it's Christian Pulisic, guys. Like, are we really gonna be benching Pulisic just to play Brendan Aronson, who hasn't played in weeks? Brendan Aronson is a decent call up. This game should let him go back into form. I hoped that RB Salzburg would at least release him early, but they didn't. But still, Brendan Aronson is a decent call up. He brings a lot of energy off the bench. Jordan Morris, average call up. Look at, he just tore his ACL, and he just returned. He didn't even play that much in the MLS, and now he's back with the national team. Look, I rate Jordan Morris over Paul Arriola. I do. I'm gonna be serious. I do. Paul Arriola should not be on this roster. Like, Paul Arriola can go to Club America, but he cannot go represent America, the country, because it's basically unpatriotic to suggest that Paul Arriola should be representing the U.S. in soccer. Like, I'm gonna be serious. But still, Timma and Christian Pulisic should be our starters. Maybe look at for the last game against Honduras, maybe put Brendan Aronson for Christian Pulisic, so we cannot risk another Pulisic injury, because obviously we cannot be risking a lot of things with Christian Pulisic, since he can get injured any game. Alright, especially against a CONCACAF opposition. So yeah. Strikers. Ricardo Pepi, 8 out of 10. He should be our starting striker no matter what. Yezy Zardes, 1 out of 10. Why is he on this roster? I do not know. Jesus Ferreira, 5 out of 10. Average call up, just on a designated player contract. And now this basically means one thing. He's going to become an MLS lifer. Daryl DK, why is he not on this roster? Like, if you're bringing Yezy Zardes, why don't you bring Daryl DK? Oh my gosh, this is why you question Greg so much. This is why the USMNT fan base questions Greg to the limit. So yeah, I think overall this is a pretty decent roster. It's a great roster for Greg, because look, he could have brought Jackson Yueill in, or probably could have waited even longer just to bring in Aaron Long in time. Aaron Long might be in the March camp. It does not look, he can be off form, but Greg can still call him up. He's very capable of it. Possible formation: 4-3-3. Goalkeeper Zach Steffen, obviously. Look, we cannot be risking to bring in Matt Turner for even one of these games. Look, we need to qualify for this one already. Just get it done and over with. Like, if I'm Greg, just get it done and over with. You cannot be risking your job. You cannot have this much talent on a team and still not make it to the World Cup. Just qualify already, Greg. This one, just qualify it. Because look, the last camp you're going to be having to play against Mexico, Panama, and Costa Rica. You do not want to be risking that much. So get at least 7 points. Get at least 7 points, Greg. Come on. Goalkeeper Zach Steffen. Backline: Sergio Des, Miles Robinson, Chris Richards, and Anthony Robinson. Midfield: Yunus Musa, Tyler Adams, and Watson McKennie is the MMA midfield, with a front three of Tim Well, Ricardo Pepi, and Christian Pulisic. Okay, Brendan Aronson, you can put him in for Christian Pulisic at least. For maybe for the first game, maybe put him on for Tim Well on the first game, maybe, and or you can sub in a totally Jordan Morris. Like, if it depends how the El Salvador game is going. Like, if we're destroying El Salvador, I'm totally in for subbing in Jordan Morris as well, so we cannot risk a Christian Pulisic and Tim injury. Then for the other game against Canada, we can probably risk a little bit more. So maybe just sub in Brendan Aronson, maybe. Look, and probably play start Brendan Aronson against Honduras. So that's what I'm having. Luca De La Torre, we can look at against El Salvador. You can put him on for a 30-minute cameo. Sub him in for, like, let's say Tyler Adams or Yunus Musa, so we can, or Weston McKennie for either one. Against Canada, we can risk more of a yellow for Tyler Adams. Like we cannot, Tyler Adams cannot absolutely get a yellow against El Salvador because we're gonna be needing him for Canada. And let's say if he gets a yellow against Canada, he cannot play against Honduras. So maybe we can play him. We can risk more to play Conde Costa because look, we're going to be playing for the draw against the worst team in the octagonal. We can risk more. Reggie Cannon, you can probably sub him in for Serginho Dest, maybe for either of the Canada or El Salvador game if he's doing bad. Walker Zimmerman, you can play him start him against Canada, so we can have a more experienced center back. Conde Costa, again, you can play him for the last game. Jesus Pereira, maybe just put him on for 10-minute cameos for all 3 games, so we cannot risk a Ricardo Pepi injury. So obviously we should look at this. Is deal. We have an amazing starting 11 over here again with Zach Steffen, Serginho Dest, Miles Robinson, Chris Richards, Anthony Robinson, Enos Musa, Tyler Adams, Weston McKennie, Tim Well, Ricardo Pepi, and Christian Pulisic. So I could argue. So this is a very amazing starting 11 with some pretty good alternative options as well. We could have had better with Joe Scally and Jordan Mihailovic, but obviously Greg wants to make things harder on himself. We already know Greg. So obviously, yeah, this is a pretty decent selection from Greg over here. It could have been way better, but we all know this is Greg, okay? So yeah, let's just finish this video off by. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. I just forgot I don't have the thanks for watching. So yeah, bye bye.